I'm starting this recording with a blank script, and we're going to just build something and play it and examine the workflow to get there. I'm going to call this, and I make it a title. So on my iPhone, I created a bunch of images using Meta's AI tool, and these are production people in a team for some sort of media project. And then I simply took those images and airdropped them to my Macintosh. What I want to do is add media. So I right-click, remove the background, and each of these isolates the image of the person that I want to bring in as media. So let me just select all these people, and I'll bring them in to CueCam. And CueCam one by one renders them, and if these were videos, it'd be converting each one for use in the presentation. So what I want to do now is see what they're in the right order. And by doing that, it renders the sidebar for me. And let's say I want this producer person to be up higher. Okay, so that's number one, is scratch cooking. Then I've got my producer guy, and then I've got, let's see, this is, let's say this guy I want to be second. I want him to be the, he's the customer. He's going to be giving the presentation, and maybe he's supported by this guy here, who's going to be running CueCam and slides for him. But in the old days, it was this producer and a production assistant and a sound engineer and a camera person and someone who's handling the scripts and the PowerPoints and all that kind of thing. So let's put in some text. Let me make sure that's a headline. There we go. Then I'm going to add a card at the end. I'm going to save all this and say that it is cooking. Now I can add text, make cues, so trigger who's the customer, what's scratch cooking all about, you know. Okay, that's our final piece. You can do it all yourself. So this is about scratch cooking. Just going to hit the forward button and go through what we developed. So this is a customer. He's got to get his message out cleanly, and he's probably not used to doing it on camera. So he needs a tech support person, and that guy his job is to make his boss look good and for him to be comfortable. The producer of this entire series of online presentations is under budget and time constraints, and he's got all sorts of teams moving in different places to make their executives look great online. And the production assistant is there before and after to make the wires are in place, the cameras are in place, everything that's needed for the presentation is accounted for before everybody lines up to deliver. But the audio engineer behind the scenes has to make sure there's no hisses, there's no crackles, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And if he's got it wrong, no one listens. They'll just shut off. And the camera operator wants to get the framing right, needs to get the lighting, needs to get all the focus and exposure settings correct so people perform well. And the content manager has got the role of all the PowerPoint, all the reports are in front of the talent so that everything's at their fingertips. But the result is you don't need all that. People can do it on their own.